Friday and Saturday, July 8th and July 9th. The sun is in Cancer. Can we just talk a bit about Cancer? There's 3 planets in Cancer right now. The sun and Mercury and Venus. Cancer is one of my favorite signs. In fact, in my next life, I already ordered it. I'm coming back as a Cancer. Why? Because they're so real. I know it's sad. They're born after the name of a disease. Who made that up? Cancers, because why? Because they care so much. I remember teaching a class once and this guy raising his hand and going, can you say something nice about Cancer? Everything I read sounds horrible. And I was like, listen, you've come in this life to care. And you've come in this life to feel. And yes, as a general rule, as humans would have it, we would like to avoid feeling. We'd like to avoid caring so much and just become some kind of automaton. But not you. And what Alice Bailey says is, if you can master Cancer, if you can learn how to be human and get your feelings hurt and be vulnerable and expose when you're feeling like you're not really being seen or you're not being understood and say it out loud, that creates an authenticity. It's disarming. And then the person sitting in front of you can also disclose. And whatever tension you have or whatever frustration, this happens in relationship all the time. We pretend that we're so happy and we're so normal. And then our partner hurts our feelings, the person closest to us. Because we get our feelings hurt, we withdraw, and then we become cancerous, which is a disease that calls your attention and says, oh, I'm so humbled. That's all Cancer does. It demands that everyone get on their knees and pray. Isn't that the truth? So what if we learned how to pray and be vulnerable in the face of death, in the face of health, and we could be real with each other? How would life be so different? So I'm talking about that during a moon in Virgo. They're 2 signs apart, earth and water. And Virgos love to analyze and be the healer and be the one that gives you the little list of what to do when you get sick, or be the list of what to do if you're the mom and helping your friend or your child. So this is the most mothering combination. It's so kind and it's so gentle, but at worst, they complain, they find everything wrong, and they get on a broken record. That's the worst of Cancer. They keep on repeating the same story over and over again. At best, with Moon in Virgo, they analyze, they take action, and they say, I figured it out, I went for help, and I did what they told me to do. My favorite clients are the ones that come to see me, and I can see that they do their homework, and their lives change. And I know it was because I had the compassion to say to them, listen, your broken record, it's getting a little old. But I say it in such a way, like a Cancer would want to hear it, where they go, oh, that hurt my feelings, but you're so right. And then their Moon in Virgo runs around cleaning up and fixing it. Unless their record's broken, in which case they get stuck. So here it is, Friday and Saturday this weekend, and you can ask yourself, am I one of those whiners that repeats herself all the time or repeats himself? Or do I seek counsel, do what's instructed, and really change in any moment of any day? Your whole life can change by simply deciding that you're not going to get stuck. It's that simple, I swear. It's just habitual. This is the problem with Cancer. Habits, addictions. 12-step program is so good for Cancers. Being able to really have a great therapist, any of that's going to work. So I'm going to encourage you. Astrology Answers brought Deborah Silverman for me to tell you that there is always, honest to God, an opportunity for you to take instruction or seek counsel or ask for help. It could just be a prayer. Please help me out of this addiction, the sadness, my neediness. And then the teacher appears. So if you want to learn about astrology, come to Deborah Silverman's site, DeborahSilvermanAstrology.com. Astrology Answers told me to tell you that. Thanks for being here.